Hey everybody. A few months ago, Sansi contacted me through email and asked me if I wanted to try their new grow lights out, and I couldn't refuse because that's what I like to do. But anyway, they sent me a 40 watt and a 30 watt full spectrum LED grow light. And what I like about their grow lights, they're ceramic base and they don't die. These things keep going. Plenty of ventilation. Here's the 40 watt right here. I'll give you a close look at that. And it has the regular base, plug into any American socket, and the 30 watt is pretty much the same, but it's just 10 watts more or less. And here is the 30 watt, the way the 30 watt looks. I'll zoom in on that. And what I like about these, they have, like I said, they have the ceramic base, but this one has plastic around the ceramic base. And I've reviewed some of their other bulbs before. Like here is the 15 watt. This is all ceramic, surrounded by plastic. It's quite heavy. But I reviewed this last year, and also I reviewed these on my other channel. This is a 60 watt equivalent that you plug into your regular bulbs in your to replace your CFLs in your house, like in a ceiling fan or in the bathroom. And this is ceramic, and this is their 40 watt, which is ceramic here. And these have been going for over a year. I reviewed these on my other channel, which I review everything that's non-gardening. It's Tomorrow's Garden, and I'll link that below on the video. On that channel, I review things that aren't garden related, but sometimes they are, like garden accessories, cameras, mountain bikes, drones, and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't want to put that on this channel. So anyway, I'm going to put this to the test. Well, I've been testing it, but I'm going to test out the wattage, which I haven't yet, and see how these come up. And I'll show you the growing results that I've had. First off, I'm testing the wattage usage on this 40 watt. You can see it's a white light, not purple or anything like that, which annoys some people. But I'll zoom in here. And this is the 40 watt, and it's running at, let's see, 36.5 watts. So let's try out the 30 watt. Okay, I have the 30 watt plugged into the kilowatt, so we'll see what it's using right now. Zoom in here. And as you can see, it is using 22 watts, and this has been plugged in about 5 minutes, and it settles at that level after it's been plugged in a while. Otherwise it'll read a little bit higher until it reaches this. But anyway, as you can see, the reason I use these open-ended sockets for hanging a light, as you can see here, is because it allows a lot of ventilation around the light so the heat won't gather up. Some people, I'll show you this, use these work lights, but these have no ventilation, and it's going to kill your grow light really fast. I mean, within a year or two. So don't use these things for growing plants unless it's an incandescent bulb. But anyway, as I said a few years ago, also I used to use CFLs. I don't use CFLs at all anymore. But like I said, don't hang your CFLs downwards, because the heat is going to rise and burn out all the electrical components just like it would on this LED bulb. And that's what started my house on fire. If you've seen that video a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, just don't do that, and your bulbs will last a long time. Anyway, let me show you what I use these bulbs for. Here is what I did with the lights. On the left hand side you see the 40 watt, which is growing a Cherokee purple, and that was from seed and has gone up that far, but I need to get that outside because right now it's looking Battlestar Pathetica. And on the right hand side we have the 30 watt, which is my cloning light, which I've been cloning various plants, stevia or stevia, whatever you want to call it, and tomatoes. And the tomatoes that are in there, I actually cloned from another plant that I grew under the 40 watt maybe a month ago, and that is a Wisconsin 55. But I'll give you a closer look at this. One thing I forgot to mention is that on my website, tomorrowsgarden.net, I have a calculator that will calculate the electricity usage of your grow light. It's a easy calculator. All you got to do is type in the wattage of the bulb, how long each day you use it, and cents per kilowatt hour, and it'll give you a reading of how much it costs you per day to run it, how much per quarter, and how much per year. And that's pretty cool. It's probably one of the busiest hit pages on my website, and that's been up there for 5 years. I just never mention it. But anyway, let me give you a closer look at these clones. Here's a look at my clones under the 30 watt. I alternate these ice cream buckets, and if you remember, I don't know how many years ago, I started showing you I use ice cream buckets to clone because they're white, and I make these off of my shrink wrap machine. They're just hoods. And holds all the moisture in. But anyway, in this one I have clones of my Wisconsin 55 tomatoes, and that is one that I grew under the 40 watt, and you can see, I'll try to zoom in here, see if I have my controller. And these roots are after 1 week. Not even, these are popping out a few days ago, but I use that rooting hormone, which speeds it up. And also in here I have stevia, which isn't popping out yet, if you can see it there. But tomatoes are going bonkers in this, so I can't wait for the stevia to pop out. These are all going into hydroponics, so they'll be growing in a tent that I have, a new tent. And I haven't showed that yet. But anyway, I alternate these buckets every day when I come in here, and it keeps them going. But anyway, in this one I have basil and bell peppers. So that will be also in hydroponics. Just to wrap this up, the Sansi bulbs work very well. I love Sansi with their ceramic bases. Keeps everything cool, and there's very little heat coming off of here. And these are going to last a long time if you take care of them and follow my instructions not to put them in a goofy reflector, which you don't need to do because it's a 50-degree beam angle, which angles downward and not sideways. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, and I have a lot more coming up. A lot more. So that's all. Take care, everybody.